Hey, what's up everyone? Mike Fitch here, the creator of Animal Flow, and I want to welcome you to one of our beginner sample classes. Now, just so you know, we will be building each one of the movements in the flow that we'll be working towards, so you won't need any prior experience with the Animal Flow system. Now, I want to demonstrate the flow that we'll be working towards, and then we'll start to break it down. Okay, here it goes. Okay, so that's our entire flow, starting both with the left leg as well as with the right leg. Now, before we start breaking down those movements, we always have to begin our Animal Flow practice with some wrist preparation. So we'll start with something we call our wrist mobs or wrist mobilizations. First off, clasp your fingers together and we'll just begin with something very simple that we call our wrist rolls. Now, the goal in any of our wrist mobilizations is to stay out of any painful ranges or areas. So if you feel some pain in a very specific region, you can always just cut the movement shy of that pain response. So we'll just continue to roll one hand over top of the other, and then from here, we'll just go ahead and switch directions. Now, while you're performing these, I really encourage you to try to just go as slow as you can and not just do this, and definitely not just tune out and think about everything else that's going on around you. Really take your time with these. So from our wrist rolls, we're going to go into something that we call our wrist waves. So we'll go palms down, elbows out to the side. We'll initiate the wave with our right elbow. So we'll lift first, allow that wave to transition through the same side wrist, through the hands, through the opposite wrist, and eventually out to the opposite elbow before it comes back down to start. We'll continue with the right elbow. So lift, through the hands, wrist, out to the opposite elbow, back down to start. Let's go for 2 more rounds of these wrist waves. And then we'll initiate with the left elbow. So lift, transition through the wrist, through the hands, the opposite wrist, out to the opposite elbow, back down to start. Let's go for 2 more reps. From here, we're going to keep our fingers clasped together, and we're just going to bring our thumbs together as well. I want to keep the palms down. I'm going to bring my thumbs in towards the chest, and as I drive away, I want to push the thumbs together, and what I'm looking for is a sensation of opening on the outside of the wrist. I may not be able to fully extend the elbows, and that's completely fine. From here, I'll come back in towards the chest and then drive again. I might want to sync my breath up with this so I can inhale as I pull in and then exhale as I drive away. And then let's go for 1 more repetition. Cool. So we're going to move into something we call our magnetic wrists. And so the analogy here is if I have a magnetic bracelet on each one of my wrists, and those bracelets do not want to lose contact with each other. So if I start with the palm side of my wrist together, I'm then going to bring the thumbs across, creating clearance to where whenever I extend the elbows, I can bring the thumb side of my wrist together. From here, I'll continue to sweep the fingers down, bringing the back of my hands together. Then I'll continue the rotation. I'll go to the pinky side of my wrist, allowing my hands to splay out to the side, and then I'll just continue this rotation. Okay. So thumbs come across, splay the fingers out, back of the hands, fingers sweep down, and then whenever you find your palms again, let's just switch the directions. So let's go pinkies towards each other, back of the hands, reach out for the thumb side of the wrists, palms, and we'll just continue for a couple of more repetitions here. And last one, here we go. Now, let's go back at the hands together, fingers down towards the floor. This is what we call our wrist relief position. So if at any time during this class you start to feel like you're getting a lot of pressure or maybe even a little bit of discomfort in your wrists, you can always find this position as a way to decompress and to hopefully alleviate some of that pressure. Also, feel free to pause the video at any time, jump back in when you're ready. All right, so let's begin by setting our loaded beast position. But before we get into loaded beast, which is where our flow will begin, let's start off by learning a regular beast. So I'm going to ask you to position yourself to where you are mimicking me. So position yourself to where your head is in this direction. Let's go hands to the ground, shoulder width. We're going to look underneath of our body and do a self-check, making sure that our knees are hip width. And we're going to pull our knee just in front of the hip. So if we think from the belly button, straight line to the floor, this should be where our knees intersect. Once here, we can tuck the toes under. Go ahead and lift the knees 1 inch from the floor. From here, I just push the hips back towards the heels, allowing the knees to flare open. Do a self-check. Make sure that your knees are still roughly 1 inch from the floor. From here, I walk or slide the hands forward, keeping them shoulder width. Drop the head between the arms, not through or above. Find the shoulders towards the ears, pull the knees out even more. So let's hold this for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. So that's our start position called loaded beast. From here, we're just going to step forward, taking the left foot, planting it outside of the left hand. So find your loaded beast again. So left foot comes out and forward. We drop it just outside of the left hand. From here, we're just going to push back to our loaded beast. Same thing on the right side or with the right leg. So come forward, right foot lands outside of the right hand, press back to a loaded beast position. Let's do that for 2 more reps each side. So left leg comes forward, right knee is close to the ground but not touching, press back. Right leg comes forward, left knee is close to the ground but not touching, come back. 1 more each leg, left leg. Push back to loaded beast, right leg. Push back to loaded beast and relax down. Find your wrist relief position if you feel like you need it. From here, we're going to see if we can't lift the hand so that the foot can land. So as I come out of that loaded beast, I want to see if I can do a simultaneous lift and land. As soon as I get the hand off the ground, I want to bring the palm forward, elbow pulling back, chest is proud, eyes are towards the horizon. Then in order to come back, I'm going to do the exact opposite. So I lift the foot so the hand can land and press back. So let's do 3 of those on each leg. Starting in loaded beast, we'll begin with our left leg first. So remember, left foot lands, left hand lifts, eyes forward, replace the foot and hand, press back. And right leg, front step, back to loaded beast. Left leg, front step, return to loaded beast. Right leg, front step, return to loaded beast. Left leg, front step, return to loaded beast. Right leg, front step, return to loaded beast, and relax. Great job. So now, once we've set that window, all we have to do is get through it. So when we get through the window, I'm going to ask you to kick your leg. When you kick your leg that's coming through, we want to point the toes. We want to make sure the knee is completely straight, and we're going to take the knee and turn it outward from the hip. The other arm that's not in contact with the ground, we're going to bring it to what we call guarded position. So the elbow is pulling down towards the side rib, palm is in the direction of the cheek. So from here, we'll go to that loaded beast. Follow along with me. I'm going to walk you through it. So let's set loaded beast. Let's start with our left leg, front step. Now I'm just going to call out through. Through means take the leg through. Do a self-check. Go ahead and sit down on the ground. Look for the pointed toes. Look for the straight knee. Make sure the knee is rotated outward. Make sure the arm is in that guarded position. Now, here's the challenge. See if you can't jump back through the window to that loaded beast position like this. If that's too much for you today, all you have to do is step back and then replace the hand and foot. So let's do that same thing, opposite side. Here we go, set loaded beast. Right leg front step, through, I take the leg through. I'm gonna say pop back to loaded beast, which just means jump. Pop back to loaded beast. Left leg front step, through, pop back to loaded beast. Right leg front step, through, pop back to loaded beast. One more each leg. Left leg front step, through, pop back to loaded beast. Right leg front step, through, pop back to loaded beast, and relax, guys. Awesome. Okay, so that's the first movement in our flow, the front step through. We are gonna practice that one more time. If you were stepping back on the previous round, try jumping back this time. If it feels out of your reach, don't worry, you can continue to step back. Okay, set loaded beast, here we go. Second round. Left leg front step, through, pop back to loaded beast. Right leg front step, through, pop back to loaded beast. Left leg front step, through, pop back to loaded beast. Right leg front step, through, pop back to loaded beast. One more each leg. Left leg front step, through, pop back to loaded beast. Right leg front step, through, pop back to loaded beast, and relax. Okay. Okay, so for our next movement, we're going to learn something called a jumping underswitch. So a jumping underswitch will begin in a crab position and will finish in a crab position. So you can think of it as like a full rotation. So whenever we're setting up for crab, go ahead and have a seat facing the same direction as me. We want to plant our feet where the knees and the feet are hip width, hands are pointing behind us, shoulder width or slightly wider. From here, let's slide our hips all the way towards our heels, all the way towards our hands, split the difference between the two. Once here, pull your shoulder blades back towards each other, drive down towards the ground, lifting the hips 1 inch from the floor. Once here, I want to pull my chin back, making a little double chin for myself. Then I'm going to bring my eyes towards the rising sun, so my head will tilt back just slightly. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. So when we're ready to perform our jumping underswitch, whenever I call out left leg jumping underswitch, you would lift your left foot and simultaneously lift your right hand, and we would think just high enough to slide a piece of paper, so the shortest distance from the ground possible. So I'm gonna put my back to you, and I'm gonna ask you to do the same thing. So you're gonna lift your opposite hand and foot, then I'm gonna layer on the next movement. So, crab positions. Facing the same direction as I am, go ahead and perform a left leg jumping underswitch, which at this point just means lift your left foot and right hand. Now drop. Let's go right leg jumping underswitch, lift your right foot, left hand. Drop, let's do the same thing 2 more times. Left leg jumping underswitch, lift your left foot, right hand. Drop, right leg jumping underswitch, right foot, left hand. Drop, left leg jumping underswitch. Drop, right leg jumping underswitch, and drop. Cool. So for our next movement or the next point that we want to pay attention to, we call this pushing on the gas. So if I say left leg jumping underswitch, you lift left foot, right hand, you already know that. From here, the pushing on the gas means that I lift the heel off the ground. The heel is my brake in animal flow. The ball of the foot is the gas. That means it's time to go. So for our next movement, if I call out left leg jumping underswitch, you lift, you push on the gas. We'll start to bring the traveling arm and leg in towards the midline. We're going to transition through the window, and we're going to find shoulder distance with our hands. Notice this foot is still floating. Then we're just going to reverse, do the same thing on the opposite side. So let's set crab position facing this direction. Let's go right leg jumping underswitch. So I'm going to lift right foot, left hand, push on the gas, bring the traveling hand and foot in towards my body, start to rotate, find shoulder distance with my hand, right foot still floating, then lift the left hand, come back. Let's do the same thing. Left leg, so lift left foot, right hand, push on the gas. Bring the traveling arm and leg in towards the midline. Find shoulder distance with the right hand. Don't drop the left foot. Come back. Okay, same thing. Right leg, jumping under switch. Lift right foot, left hand, push on the gas. Find shoulder distance. Don't drop the foot. Bring it back. Left leg, jumping under switch. Shoulder distance with the hand. Don't drop the left foot. Bring it back. Right leg jumping under switch, lift, push on the gas. Find the hand, don't drop the foot. Bring it back, one more, here we go. Left leg jumping under switch. Find the hand, don't drop the foot. Bring it back. Okay, great job. So now all we have to do, once we found the hand, we just hop the feet. So that means if my left foot was floating, I need to then jump to the left foot and float the right foot. So it's gonna look like this. Left leg jumping under switch, I lift, push on the gas. You guys already know this part. Plant, hop the feet. Now the right leg is ready to go through, finishing the rotation. So if I do that at real time or in real time, left leg jumping under switch, right leg jumping under switch. So I'm gonna go through it with you guys a little slow the first time, and then I'm gonna start to pick up speed. So go ahead and find your perfect crab position. Let's go right leg, jumping under switch, lift, push on the gas, streamline, plant the hand, hop the feet, go through the window, perfect crab. Left leg jumping under switch, lift, push on the gas, streamline, plant the hand, hop the feet, take the leg through the window, finishing in perfect crab. Okay, so let's pick up the speed a little bit. Right leg jumping under switch. Left leg jumping under switch. Right leg jumping under switch. Left leg jumping under switch. Right leg jumping under switch. Left leg jumping under switch. One more each side, right leg jumping under switch. Left leg jumping under switch. All right, great job, guys. Okay, so for our next movement, we need to learn a side kick through, which looks like this. Left leg side kick through. Push on the gas, come back. Right leg side kick through. Okay, so the way that we're going to learn that is we're going to break it into smaller pieces. The first thing we have to do is find our base. So if I'm in beast and I perform a left leg side kick through, I'll lift left foot, right hand, start to come through the window, look for the toes. As soon as I see them at a perpendicular angle to the fingers, I can then drop the heel, get the hips close to the ground, eyes up. I'll then push on the gas, come back, do the same thing on the other side. So if I said right leg side kick through, lift right foot, left hand, eyes go down to the base foot, heel drop, eyes up, push on the gas, and come back. So let's do that together. We're going to perform 5 each leg. So set beast. Let's begin with a left leg side kick through. So we're not kicking the leg, we're just looking for the base. Heel goes down, hip goes low, eyes up. Push on the gas, come back. Right leg side kick through, look for the foot. Heel goes down, hips low, eyes up. Push on the gas, come back. Left leg side kick through. Right leg side kick through. Left leg side kick through. Right leg side kick through. Left leg side kick through. Right leg side kick through. Left leg side kick through. Right leg side kick through. Okay. So now all we have to do is kick the leg. Now that we have the base, whenever we kick the leg, the kicking leg will be very similar to our front step through that we did at the beginning of the class. So toes are pointed, knee is rotated outward, knee is fully straight or extended. But instead of being in this guarded position, I'm going to go to what we call open sling. So all that means, I'm taking the elbow, pulling it backwards. My palm should be away from my same side cheek, so I can just think back of the hand is close but not touching. So this is my side kick through position. So if I were demonstrating that from the start, and I did a right leg side kick through, I look for the base foot, then I kick the leg, open the sling, push on the gas to come back. So try that with me. Let's begin with a left leg side kick through. So I'm going to be kicking towards this wall. Set beast. Left leg side kick through, look for the foot, point the toe, open the sling. Push on the gas, come back. Right leg side kick through, look for the foot, point the toe, open the sling, push on the gas, come back. Left leg side kick through. Push on the gas, come back. Right leg side kick through. Push on the gas, come back. Left leg side kick through. Push on the gas, come back. Right leg side kick through. Push on the gas, come back. Left leg side kick through. Push on the gas, come back. Right leg side kick through, and relax. Okay, so now we have all the components of our flow. I'm gonna walk through the flow really nice and slow, then I'm gonna call you through it in a very slow manner as well. Then we'll go through it to both sides, starting to pick up speed. So from the top, set loaded beast, left leg, front step, through. Pop back to loaded beast. I'm going to perform a slide 2, which means the left foot stays on the ground, right foot floats. Take it through the window. Now I'm in crab. From here I do a left leg jumping under switch, plant, hop the feet. This sets me up perfectly for that side kick through. From here all I have to do is push on the gas, go back through the window, and find my loaded beast again, and I can do it all over again. So I'm gonna ask you to join me. Let's go ahead and set loaded beast. Let's go left leg, front step, through. Everyone check, make sure it's your right leg that's through. From here, let's pop or step back to loaded beast. Now we're about to do that slide. If you wanna slide both feet, that's okay. If you can just float the right foot, try doing that. So let's slide 2, right leg, under switch. Let's do that left leg jumping under switch to right leg side kick through. So lift left foot, right hand, push on the gas. Find the hand, hop the feet, take that right leg through. Now, if I'm in right leg side kick through, all I have to do is push on the gas, take the leg under, push back to loaded beast. Now I'm ready for that second round on the opposite side. So I can go right leg, front step, through. So go ahead and join me, right leg, front step, through. Pop back or step back to loaded beast. Slide 2, left leg, under switch. Perfect crab. Right leg jumping under switch, push on the gas, plant the hand, hop the feet into left leg side kick through. Now all I have to do is push on the gas, take the leg underneath, slide the hands, and I'm in loaded beast again. Okay, so that's the entire flow to both sides. Let's go through it again. Set loaded beast. Left leg front step, through. Pop it back to loaded beast. Slide 2, right leg under switch. Left leg jumping under switch 2, right leg side kick through. Right leg under switch puts me in loaded beast. Okay, same thing, second side. Right leg front step, through. Pop it back to loaded beast, slide 2, left leg under switch. Right leg jumping under switch 2, left leg side kick through. Left leg under switch to loaded beast. Okay, if you're feeling up to it, let's just keep going. Set loaded beast. Left leg front step, through. Pop back to loaded beast. Slide 2, right leg under switch. Left leg jumping under switch to right leg, side kick through, right leg under switch to loaded beast. Set loaded beast, or if you're already there and you have room, let's go right leg front step through, pop back to loaded beast, slide 2, left leg under switch, right leg jumping under switch to left leg side kick through, left leg under switch to loaded beast. Okay, one more round. Here we go. Set loaded beast. Left leg front step through, pop back 2, loaded beast, slide 2, right leg under switch. Left leg jumping under switch to right leg side kick through, right leg under switch to loaded beast. From loaded beast, second side, here we go. Right leg front step through, pop back 2, loaded beast, slide 2, left leg under switch. Right leg jumping under switch 2, left leg side kick through. Left leg under switch to loaded beast. Okay, team, great job. So I hope you enjoyed that sample beginner class. If you want, continue to practice this flow now. Just be sure that whenever you're finished with your practice, finish up with those wrist mobilizations again. If you like this class and you want to learn more about Animal Flow, you can always go to animalflow.com for more information, or you can also check out our on-demand channel, which is a subscription-based platform with a corresponding app where we have more classes, flows, and tutorials. So again, hope you enjoyed that, and we'll see you real soon.